So I've been taking a break from modern gaming. I'm not playing PS5 anymore, and I'm not going to be playing these giant PC handhelds anymore. We're going to go back to a simpler time. Yes, I'm having a back in my day moment, but it's for a good reason. In my previous video, I was explaining why I was going from PS5 to things more like PS2, PS3, and PSP. And in this video, I'm going to be telling you why I'm going from these big, bulky, expensive handheld computers all the way back to these super slim, old Sony devices like the PSP, and in this video, the PlayStation Vita, which I have one right here, the OLED 1000, straight from Japan. So let's get straight to the number one reason why you should go back to the older handheld consoles. The number one reason is price. These giant handheld computers are, as we know, super expensive. Now there are some of them like the Steam Deck LCD version, which is, more affordable, but still, when you can pick up a PSP for $30 on Facebook Marketplace, or you can pick up a really nice condition PlayStation Vita for, it is a lot more expensive. It's like $140 right now, I believe, on eBay to get a good one, but that's still going to save you a lot of money. Times are tough, man. Sometimes it's nice to just pick up a PS2 off of eBay for super cheap, and with the PS2's library, it'll last you forever. And going back to these older consoles and handhelds can save you a lot of money. Now, obviously some of the games are getting a little pricey, but as you know, you can back up a ton of your games. Anyways, the second reason why I'm going back to old school handheld gaming is the form factor and the size. Now, yes, these giant PC handhelds essentially are powerful. They can play emulators and do all sorts of things and act like a PC basically in your hands. But can you casually take it outside just holding it in your hand? You can, but it looks pretty weird. But going back to something older like this PlayStation Vita 1000, I can just carry in my hand super comfortably and it doesn't look weird. And of course, all of these, basically they can fit in your pocket, which I love. You can just slide it into your pocket and even your back pocket, or in a small little pouch if you want. The portability is fantastic. Taking these things to coffee shops, or to even your friend's house, or just a walk down the street, it's super fun. It's just so much more lightweight, slim, pocket-sized, while still having tons and tons of games to play. Number three is we're going back to a simpler time. So in this era of algorithms and advertisements and shoving things in your face, play this game. This game's on sale. Look at this giant banner of this game that you should play. Going back to a simpler time has just been so much more enjoyable for me. The days when we used to look at the back of the box to see if it was good or not, or maybe at recess or at the lunch table, your friend would say, hey, you should check out this game. And then you'd go rent it from Hollywood Video or Blockbuster, and it would be awesome. And sometimes the game would suck, but still, you'd find out the hard way. It was fun. It was kind of like an adventure. Instead of just scrolling endlessly through these stores, looking for the right game and having to swipe through hundreds of not only crappy games, but we have AI slop, horrible games, and just crap. You really have to sometimes dig through to find these indie games that are great. Right now, outside, there are leaf blowers and car alarms going off, so I hope you can't hear them. And the fourth reason why I'm going back to the PlayStation Vita in particular is because you almost have an infinite amount of games to play, especially if you mod it. So you get the great already PlayStation Vita library, which last I checked, the Vita emulator that is available nowadays is not the greatest. Of course, they are working on it. Give it some more time, some more years, and it'll probably be pretty good. But for right now, from what I've seen, some games work great and some games just literally do not work at all. So with the Vita, you have access to all the great games like Persona 4 Golden, Gravity Rush. All those games are going to play perfectly on the Vita. And the Vita itself has a pretty good library, but when you take in the fact that it can also play PSP games and PS1 games, which are two of the are two of some of the best libraries ever made. It takes the Vita to a whole nother level, and it's a fantastic way to play PS1 games and an absolutely great way to play PSP games. And you can make some of these games look and feel even better. Plus you have the second analog stick, which is really helpful for a decent chunk of PSP games. And I have the OLED PlayStation Vita, which looks absolutely amazing. Now there are pros and cons from getting the Vita 1000 over the 2000. I suggest do your own research, but I already had a Slim. It was really cool, so I wanted something a little different, so I got the OLED version, and it is thicker, it's heavier, it has more of a premium build to it, and of course the screen is absolutely beautiful. But the Vita Slim is amazing in its own right. It's more lightweight, it's slimmer, and it's still a great handheld. So between the size, the price, the games, going back to the good old days, the nostalgia, having the amazing Vita, PS1, and PSP library all working flawlessly in your hands in a comfortable handheld that can fit in your pocket, that you can pick up for pretty affordable price, I can't recommend it enough, especially if you're a person like me who's kind of going back to the older, more retro consoles and handhelds. I highly suggest picking up a PlayStation Vita, and if you can't really afford a Vita right now, PSP is literally one of the greatest handhelds of all time, and you can pick one up for really cheap, so I highly suggest that. Drop a comment down below letting me what old school handheld games you've been playing lately or want to play. Click the like button if you haven't already, and of course subscribe for PlayStation Nostalgia, and click this video for more PlayStation Nostalgia.